You want to talk?
Oh, me, I talk. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are so happy to present our 2017 Christmas concert for the Panama City Youth Orchestra. For those that don't know, I am Cody Smith. I am one of the conductors here. This is Kathy Stevens. She is also one of our conductors. And of course, we have two of our other conductors and volunteers, Lisa Jett on cello, which is the best instrument, by the way. Just go ahead and clear that out. And of course, Sandy on double bass back there. And we have a couple other volunteers with us on stage as well. Miss Kathy, do you want to introduce all of our other volunteers?
Yes, Drew and Devin Guy, wait. And Brian Millsap, wait. And we have Leslie Millsap on piano over here. She's our ever faithful accompanist who makes us just sound so good. So we always appreciate her. And I also want to just thank all the parents. You guys are amazing. I tell you, I don't think I've been in an organization before where somebody comes up and says, what can I do? And I'm like, get in line, because there's so many people that are just so helpful and wonderful, and our parents just take such good care of us and their kids. And so we appreciate the hours you put in to train your children, and we appreciate that you entrust them to our care. I also want to thank Bill Small back there on sound for us. Bill actually started this whole nightmare, this wonderful experience about 9 years ago here at Woodlawn. And so they have a wonderful organization here that is training future music worship leaders. And so, so thank you, Bill, for the time, and thank Woodlawn for this opportunity too. So I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's do this. I want to hear some Christmas tunes. So Miss Kathy is going to be getting into position to play. See how I put the instruction in what I was actually telling you? I know. All right, anyways, we're going to be playing some different Christmas songs for you. Feel free to sing along, guys. This is Miss Kathy's forte. She loves to play little carols. And so they're going to play a couple of those for us just to start our concert. But again, I wanted to say thank you to all the parents and all of the volunteers that put in their time at our rehearsal space at the McKenzie House, which is also donated. It's just a great group of people to work with. I couldn't be any happier. All right, Miss Kathy, it's all yours. ladies and gentlemen, for this next piece, I'm going to tell you a typical conductor long-winded story. You were supposed to laugh. I even wrote in my little speech there was going to be a pause for laughter. Well, since it's a very serious story, it's not actually a serious story at all. Now, this is a story I haven't told the orchestra before, and it's about myself, because I'm a narcissist, as most conductors are. Again, there was a pause there. Anyways, thanks, Mom. She laughed. By the way, my parents are actually here today. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? Right. Lucky them. All right, anyways. Now, whenever I was in music school, I befriended a bunch of other people that played my instrument, which is called the cello, which are these two instruments up here. Cellists have an impeccable sense of personality and jokes. So they knew I was studying to be a music education major, and I was having to take tests on all these different instruments, you know, the tambourine, the drum set, double bass, all these things, oboe, which I was not bad at, by the way. My favorite was piccolo, because there's nothing like seeing a 6'3" bearded guy play piccolo. Oh, yeah, they finally did it. They finally giggled. Okay. Anyways, so we're preparing for our Christmas concert one season, and we all knew that at our particular school, the only concert that the dean of the university came to was a Christmas concert. Brahms? Nah. Tchaikovsky? No. Sleigh ride? You betcha. So he always came, and he always reserved 2 seats in the front row for him and his wife. So tensions are a little bit high. Well, anyways, one of the choral conductors come on stage to start this next piece, and she counts her percussionists and says, "Oh, I only have 6 percussionists. I need 1 more." So she turns to the orchestra and very politely asks, "Would anybody like to volunteer to play the tambourine?" And as if in unison, all the cello bows lift and point to me. So I said, "I got this. Watch this. I'll do it, coach." Thinking, of course, my cello friends wouldn't expect me to actually stand up and do it. So I volunteered to do it. They're all giggling, and I'm starting to work my way to the back of the orchestra where percussionists live. That's where they get up to all the trouble, is in the back of the orchestra there. And then the choir conductor goes, "Oh, no. I need you right here." And I see the tambourine. I'm like, "Oh, she's got to give me the tambourine, duh." So I walk up, and I grab the tambourine, and I go to walk back behind the orchestra, my safe place, my safe zone, my comfort zone. And she goes, No. All the percussionists are going to stand on the front row here." All of a sudden, my world started to crash down before me. All the confidence I had was now a puddle. And I began to sweat profusely as she began to teach me the tambourine part because there was no music. She had a very specific part in her score, but had no music. So I'm standing in front of 80 plus of my colleagues, learning a tambourine part, sweating like crazy at Christmas time as all the cellists go. So that night, it was a dress rehearsal during the day, and we had a little break for dinner, and we came back, and I was terrified. It was the first piece on the program, and I was like, what am I going to do? We're going to lose all of our funding, and it's all going to be my fault because they picked me to play tambourine. What have I gotten myself into? And I walk out on stage with the other percussionists, still mumbling to myself all this self-doubt. And as we're standing there, I hear what I think to be in the faint distance, a tambourine. And I realize that it's not in the faint distance. It's actually right by my side. I was shaking so badly, the tambourine was rattling next to me, because I'm looking right at the dean of the school going, "Please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." So the conductor lifts her hands, gives the downbeat. I completely lose any memory of what actually happened. I have no idea if it was good or bad. Then I'm walking off stage, and my conductor, who is our normal orchestra conductor, grabs me by the shoulders. He goes, "Corey!" Call me Corey for 4 years, by the way. "Corey, you're an excellent tambourine player." He goes, "You need to put that on your resume. You have played for acclaimed audience." It's still on my resume to this day. So, in commemoration of that event, you are now going to volunteer your favorite person in the room to play Jingle Bells with the Jingle Bell Waltz. I have these Jingle Bells here. Played as such. Favorite, that's how you get to be the teacher's favorite, right there. You clap first. All right. If you would like to volunteer somebody to play the Jingle Bells, you may volunteer them now. I'm going to invite them up on stage, and they will play the Jingle Bells with us as we are playing the Jingle Bell Waltz. Don't worry, there's more to come. I don't see enough volunteers. You need to start picking people over here. Oh, this man right here. Welcome to showbiz. May I hear your part? Yes, but with me. It's late. Try it again. That was good. So you can do it again. Oh, I didn't go all the way down. That was too Anyways, he is going to be playing our tambourine part. Let's hear it for a round of applause for...